All right, guys. So what's up? Not much. I guess this is a EP3 number 2 build, and I guess today we're gonna figure out what we're gonna do with this thing because we're already done with the interior. That was all last video, so now we're gonna work on the under the hood stuff. So before we get started, just kind of wanted to say, I read a comment in a couple of, I don't know, maybe a video or last couple of videos or something like that. Dude left a comment below and said like, he just basically explained like a really long comment, like, "Hey man, I love your videos, love what you're doing. You know, your videos have helped me out working on a lot of cars and stuff like that." And I mean, to be honest with you, it kind of hit close to home because like I really didn't even know like these videos have been helping out a lot of people. Because I've had a YouTube channel for I don't know years. And he was like, "Hey man, I've been subscribed to your channel for years. I've watched all your builds. They're pretty cool." And I guess I just clicked for a second that these videos really do help people sometimes. And because to me, I guess, I don't know, I'm just a guy in the garage working on cars. It doesn't really occur that it really helps a lot of people. And if you're not subscribed, hey, maybe subscribe, check out some fun stuff. If not, hey, who knows? But we're just in here doing it for the fun because like me, I love this stuff. Even if I didn't have a YouTube or whatever, I'd still probably be in here working on an EP3. But I just wanted to say thanks to all the people that are subscribed. It's that's been through the years of videos, I guess, because you guys have seen a good amount of builds. I've kind of thought about it too, like you guys, RSX, turbo EP3, 1,000 horsepower MR2, multiple motorcycles, other builds. Like there's been a lot on here, I guess, that kind of that I post a lot. So I just wanted to say thanks for all the people that leave a comment. I read every comment. I always respond to almost every comment. So I just want to say thanks to all the people that have been around for a while. It means a lot. So, but all right, let's move on to the good stuff. This thing. So I guess the plan was at the beginning of this was to clean everything up, put it back together, make sure it's good, and get rid of it. That was the plan. But I've been checking out the comments, and you guys said, hey, we should give the car away, and I was like, cool. I mean, I don't mind giving it away as long as I don't spend like $50,000 on it, But hey, I mean, that's cool. So I was like, hey, well, let me go through it. If I am going to give the car away, let's go ahead and let's go ahead and make sure everything's good. So farther inspection, there is a crack in the block. So I was like, it's not leaking, but I figured, hey, if it's still together, the car still runs and drives, but there is a hole in the block, or not a hole in the block, it's a crack in the block. So I figured let's go ahead and take a look at it since we are going to give it away. And then two, another problem was I went to check the transmission out. So I was like, let me drain the fluid and just see if there's any like, metal shavings in it or anything. Only like a little bit of fluid came out. So I was like, and the axle seals on the back of the transmission are like toast. That's probably where all the transmission fluid went, just right out of the seals. So I was like, well, let me just check the transmission. I checked it out. Barely any fluid came out. So I was like, so I don't know what the last guy did. The car still has oil in it. I did check that before I drove it, but I didn't really check the transmission. So hopefully the transmission's not shot. It shifts and everything, but I don't know. So I figured let's go ahead. Let's rip this block out. Let's rip the transmission out. Let's go ahead and inspect the transmission to make sure that's good. And let's check to see if this crack in the block goes all the way through into the block. If so, I guess we'll go ahead and just grab another A3 out of the garage stack that we have. Cause we love A3s here. That's, we love them. We build them. So I guess that's kind of the plan of what we should do. But I guess this is the last video. If you comment below what we're going to do to this thing, because I've kind of been on the fence about what we're going to do so far to the car. I've been looking at every comment. Most of the comments right now, just to like give a sum up of what these are the top 3 things we're probably going to do. We're either going to, because a lot of people said all motor A3 or head swap A3 or nitrous A3. Those were the top 3 votes. So I'm probably going to choose between one of those. Really whatever you guys comment below is what we're going to do. Cause some people mentioned like doing a K24 swap, but then some people like shot that down and were like, well, don't do a K24 swap. That's kind of like basic. Like everybody does that or something like that. And then like we already did the turbo. So a couple people were kind of shooting that down. Like, why are we going to do a turbo? We just did that. So I understand that. So I kind of want to switch it up. So the top three right now are all motor A3, head swap A3, or just, you know, shoot it with nitrous and just let's see what she'll take on some nitrous. So all right, guys, let's go ahead and rip this out and let's check everything out. So, looks like we have a puck clutch. Still got a little bit of life left on it. Wonder what clutch this is though. Not sure. Here's a part number. Maybe we can look that up. Yeah, but as you can see, we have a aftermarket clutch. Didn't know what that clutch is. It looks, I mean, realistically, it might be like a stage 4. Maybe we can turbo it. We can boost on it and see what it does. And it has a lightweight flywheel. Let's go ahead and get this bad boy off too. All right, so we got our engine apart from our transmission. We got our race clutch. May reuse that, probably not, because I think it's like an eBay clutch or something. I don't know. But yeah, so I guess next video we'll probably rip apart this thing, or we might rip apart this thing. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this on the engine stand so we can go ahead and get a look at it to see, I guess, if there's any damage. We might just rebuild it. I don't know, depending on the comments below. So as you guys see, you know, remember 3 things we're probably gonna do: either all motor, head swap, or nitrous. So I don't know what we're gonna do. Just make sure we leave that below in the comments, because this is the last video before we decide on what we're gonna do. So yeah. Oh, actually, I didn't show you guys this actually on the transmission. Maybe you can see this. This axle seal is shot, and I think that's why it lost all the transmission fluid. I mean, it still spins fine. Doesn't sound bad or anything. Still shifts through the gears. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, reverse. So yeah, it's got all the gears. It still drives fine, you know, but I don't know. So we'll tear it apart, see if everything's good. If it looks good, I guess we'll put it back together. And same thing with this. If it looks good, we'll probably rebuild it just because we're already there, but no need to rebuild this if it's good. So, all right, guys, I guess next video, who knows what we're doing, but later.